Welcome to Love God, Love Others. Pray first and then act. Read all about it with us every day except for Sundays. Use all you learn, 4 chapters a day, to love God, love others. Today, we finish Ezra with chapter 10 and then begin Nehemiah with chapters 1 through 3. Ezra 10 ends intermarriage. We have been unfaithful to our God by marrying foreign women from the peoples around us. Now, this is not the same today under the New Testament. Divorce is now a last option due to only immorality or abandonment. Now, let us make a covenant before our God to send away all these women and their children. At that time, the purpose was to set Israel apart from the unbelievers. It's why believers should only marry believers today. You have been unfaithful. You have married foreign women, adding to Israel's guilt. Now make confession to the Lord, the God of your fathers, and do his will. All those guilty of intermarriage are named, and then they are separating themselves, probably sending the women back to the families that they came from, along with their children. Question: is my relationship with God balanced with my wife's? Nehemiah 1 calls out to God. For some days I mourned and fasted and prayed before the God of the heavens. Those who survived the exile and are back in the province are in great trouble and disgrace. The wall of Jerusalem is broken down, and its gates have been burned with fire. Give your servant success today by granting favor in the presence of this man. I was cupbearer to the king Artaxerxes. This is the beginning of the third wave of exiles. Question: do I pray then act, or continue to react? Nehemiah 2 sends Nehemiah. The king said to me, "What is it you want?" Then I prayed to God of heaven, and I answered the king, "If it pleases the king, and if your servant has found favor in his sight, let him send me to the city of Judah where my fathers are buried so I can rebuild it." And because the gracious hand of God was upon me, the king granted my requests. Nehemiah went, not telling anyone of his intentions, and he inspected the wall by night. Then I said to them, "You see the trouble we are in. Jerusalem lies in ruins." They replied, "Let us start rebuilding." So they began this good work. Question: have I prepared to do this good work? Nehemiah 3 begins rebuilding the wall of Jerusalem. Eliashib, the high priest, and his fellow priests went to work and rebuilt the sheep gate. The men of Jericho built the adjoining section, and Zaccur, son of Imri, built next to them. And so it went with all named, priests, Levites, leaders, and laborers alike, all came together to rebuild the wall and correct the gates. Fish Gate, Jeshanah Gate, Valley Gate, Dung Gate, Fountain Gate, Water Gate, no, not that one, Horse Gate, East Gate, Inspection Gate, and all the way back to the Sheep Gate, with sections in between, rebuilding the wall of Jerusalem. Question: am I doing all of my part in God's plan? Become a believer and share your relationship with God with others. Practice praying and then acting as He leads you. Prepare for your part in God's plan and then love God, love others. Everything else is the opportunity to do these two. Until next time.